What's up, cowards?
Ladies and gentlemen, woo! Welcome to the Dusty Auspex.
We promised you production value would increase.
And guess what?
We were true to our word.
It did.
Music, splash screen.
Rory is more racist than ever.
That's neither here nor there. That has nothing to do with tonight.
Something he needs to work on personally.
I'm not racist. You're a piece of shit.
I'm not racist.
Hey,
language, please.
Listen.
He's also a swearer. So, we got a great show for you guys tonight.
Do we ever?
We've got local legend, all right, and inventor of Bakelite plastics
and spaghetti.
Kyle Plouffe is here.
Kyle!
You said that right? Is it Plouffe?
Yeah, it's Plouffe.
It's Plouffe, ladies and gentlemen.
It's proof that it's Plouffe.
That's real proof, because Plouffe is in the room. Damn it. Well,
Coming back. We're coming back.
I got my rhino necklace with me tonight, and I must say I'm excited as ever because we are getting close to Halloween, which means it's getting very close to the annual 2v2 Twin Eagles tournament, where people combat for not only bragging rights, but also a cavalcade of prizes, including a brand new Chevy Optra, and the admiration of all their fellow players.
The Imperial Guard of cars, the Chevy Optra.
That's correct. Don't let a bolter shot hit that thing, because the gas tank is Dunbar, probably, right away.
Yes, it's like a Pinto.
Now, Rory and I, oddly enough, will not be playing on the same team this year.
We're not actually very close in real life.
I actually met him about 3 weeks ago.
It was an unpleasant, awkward conversation.
Yeah, we were both doing community service for indecent exposure. And so, long story short, we found out each of us play Warhammer, and here we are. So anyway, we're playing on different teams. I'll be playing with my homie, Martin Navarro. Give a little shout out to Martin.
I hate ya.
Yeah, Rory hates you. That's part of his racist thing. Martin's Filipino. And then
Not even close to all. That's not what it
that's
is.
going to be the theme for tonight. Is Rory's racist? And then Rory's playing with our buddy Sid, who's bringing an Eldar list. What are you guys planning to do? What is your overall strategy?
You would like that, wouldn't you, if I were to divulge my entire strategy right now? Not today, mother.
It's an easy response.
Mother guy.
Why don't you tell the people what kind of army you're playing there, Rory?
Well, I'm rocking dogs. I'm rocking lots of corn dogs. I like them because they got 2 wounds. So however many bottles you put on the table, you get twice that many wounds. So, you bring 30 dogs, you get like, I don't know, what, 45 wounds?
Yeah, and I mean,
46.
You'd have to be a drunk not to like the 5-up invul save on those things. So.
It works a lot less than you'd think it would. For me, anyway. I don't roll dice very well. But so we're doing that. Some cultists, and then a corn lord on a juggy with the power fist lightning claw combo.
A couple dealies.
At the advice of my teammate. It's gonna be a hard road.
And Sid's bringing,
attrition.
he's got Eldar, but he's bringing, what, is it like some scatter bikes, and then he's got 3 flyers.
I'm gonna let Sid's list be a mystery.
Oh.
I'm gonna let that be a mystery. That's you can know what I bring, because it's right there, it's in your face.
Fair enough.
But, no, I'm gonna leave Sid alone. I wanted to go, what's your team name, Dan?
Our team is called Martin and Dan Are Coming, and that's spelt classically Coming.
Still super gross.
No, well, only if you take it there, Rory.
Pretty gross.
That's on you.
No, it's not.
Because I'm not familiar with any other meaning it could possibly have, so
Okay.
that's on you, my friend.
Show everyone your forearm. That's a good forearm right there. Doesn't know the meaning of the word Martin and Dan Are Coming. Coming.
Oh, that's like a jacket. Okay.
It's a jack and off
Jack
joke.
of all trades joke.
Yeah.
Keeping
it classy.
Keeping it classy. So Martin and Dan Are Coming is a terrible twosome featuring myself and Martin's list. I'm bringing the Dark Eldar stuff. He's bringing an Iron Hands Death Star. Very excited. I've still got a decent amount of painting that I have to do for them.
I saw that you were posting some pictures though, and you're stippling.
Yes, that's correct.
You're on the stippling train.
I did my first stipples on some Dark Eldar vehicles, and I must say it's a little harder than it looks. Only to make it look natural. You can stipple the shit out of it if you want. You can just stipple every surface on the thing, but then it doesn't look like the vehicle's aging naturally.
Right.
I don't know. That's
everything in moderation. Right?
That's right, yeah. And then you gotta kind of think about it. Then you put a little bit of a bolt gun on after it, so it looks like metal showing through. I kind of think I might have overdone the bolt gun slightly.
See, I like to layer.
Yeah.
I like to start with like a bolt gun and then go up to like a chainmail. I don't know what the paint is called now because GW's changed. Like all my paints are at least, well, I mean the metallic ones anyway are like 2 or 3 years old. But going from dark to light, and then you get your brown layers around that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing I've been liking to do is like, instead of just dabbing the stipple, you just kind of drag a little area, and then you can do like a worn area where you got like a bunch of metal showing, and then you kind of fade to your, your armor color on the edges.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up.
Yeah, you should look
Step
that
your
up.
game, step your stipple game up.
I guess more on the subject of the tournament. This tournament is super popular. It sells out usually in about 24 hours.
Which it did.
Yeah, actually this year. Scott, how long did it take to sell the tickets this year?
Less than 12 hours.
Less than 12 hours.
12
That's
hours.
insane. So
Actually, no, that's a lie. 12 hours.
okay, 12 hours. Sorry.
Scott
could have just not said anything, and you wouldn't have been a liar.
Scott doesn't like to lie, but he did anyway.
He's an honest Ed.
Didn't lie to us. He lied to you.
Yeah, and actually, you know what? For that, I think Scott should probably apologize.
Sorry.
There
you go.
That's nice.
You've got pull. You've got clout.
So it's an event that happens each year. I played it last year for the first time. I thought it was excellent. It's held at Comic-Con, which happens at the convention center. I guess they call it C4 because it's not legally Comic-Con. But it's a massive event, really fun. There were furries set up to our table last time, and the Winnipeg Lego people. Thought the Lego was pretty cool. The furry stuff kind of freaked me out. So, it's sort of that pseudo-sexual overtone that sort of surrounds all of it. But
Dan's real judgmental towards subcultures that he doesn't participate in. It's okay for you to build plastic toys in your basement
Rory? I
or
believe
whatever.
I called you a racist at the start of the show.
Yeah,
You can't just
I'm pushing back.
use that.
I'm pushing
now.
back.
Well,
Alright?
I'm furist, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll say it. I think it's weird, and I'm sorry.
Today he doesn't like furries. Tomorrow he's restarting the Khmer Rouge. I don't know. It's a short jump. I don't know a lot about history.
Yeah, we should ask Rory about the time he spent this summer volunteering for the Donald Trump campaign in what was it, Texas? I think.
I didn't know. I didn't know he was gonna say that shit.
Yeah. So here we are. Anyway, in Warhammer news, something huge dropped this week. Yeah. Air out the shirts, fellas and lady, if that's even a thing in this
Air out
stream
shirts.
yet. Magnus
From the garbage.
plus
Plucked from the refuse.
1,000 Suns plus maybe still no visual confirmation of Plastic Sisters of Battle sprues.
I'm having a brain aneurysm.
Yeah, man, my brain is just going to the bathroom.
I'm having
right
a
now.
brain aneurysm right now.
Which part is making you aneurize?
I smell toast. I want Sisters of Battle.
This is a Canadian heritage moment right here. Actually, folks, Canadian podcast, Canadian heritage
Yeah,
moments.
we're not selling that
You
enough.
guys know all about Canadian heritage moments. If you
you're-
don't, you should look them up on YouTube.
If you're a hoser, you know what we mean. If you're not a hoser, you don't know what we mean.
If your country's cool, you might not know what we're talking about. But
Yeah.
they're worth looking at.
We burned the White House down. That's how I know that. Canadian Heritage Minutes.
So let's talk about these models. We got, first of all, Magnus.
He looks
With
pretty cool, man.
The big horns coming out of the nipples. I'm not...
It's not his nipples,
Huge,
right? If you
you know,
look,
like-
you know,
And I've never been big on the whole spiky chaos thing. And I know that's
No,
a big
I'm
part
with
of it,
you on
but
that.
I find that...
Never
the,
makes an appearance.
Yeah. Well, I'm sick, believe me.
Yeah.
But I'm also sick, ladies. But the spikiness, I think, went a little too far this time. Only because, spiky nips... Granted, that would make good armor. I'm not denying
It's
that.
part of his breastplate, Dan. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess your nipples would be part of your whatever. They're intimidating.
Whether or
He's
not he
intimidating
has
everyone
long
with his
nipples
large
is not an
nipples.
important part.
It's gonna make you stop
Unless
and think on the
the longer
battlefield,
the
I think.
nipple, the higher the psychic level that you have.
You don't know that that's not true.
That's exactly.
How many
what I'm
psychic
saying,
people
yeah.
with huge nipples do you know? I mean, none.
Maybe some.
Maybe you do. Maybe
We
how
don't
many
technically
How many
know.
shirtless people have you seen in your life with psychic ability?
Handful that, well, not 100% confirmed on the psychic ability, but I one time saw an old guy at the beach who had shoulder and back hair that was like 3 or 4 inches long, and he must have whipped his shirt off fast because it was just sticking straight out. I'm thinking that guy's probably at least a level 4 psychic.
Oh, I bet he's bending spoons, using
Probably.
telekinesis.
When he's not bending his spine because it's not as strong as it used to be.
In summation, long nipples and back hair, probably something you need.
Maybe a psyker.
Anyway, I mean, I'm curious about the guy's stat line because, like, you look at, like, you know, your Lord of Change,
Yeah.
your beak brother with the psychic power. I mean, Magnus has got to be better than that, right? And that's already a pretty, like, strong stat line for a psyker,
Yeah, he's
right?
supposed to be, the Primarch for Tzeentch, right?
That would be correct.
Yeah, so he's probably going to have a higher stat line than Lord of Change is my guess.
I'm wondering if we're going to see a new psyker level, maybe specifically for him.
Well, that army is also known for, you know, and
Right.
Polly plays with Tzeentch demons, and we know how long those psychic phases can go. So I'm guessing that Magnus will be no different than things are now. Maybe if not a little more.
See, that's I mean, I like psychers. I think that what they do is cool. But for me personally, it's like too much to keep track of. You know what I mean? You got to bring like an extra little
Yeah,
piece of
I'm used to
paper.
the old days where like there wasn't a psychic phase, and it was just
Nope.
like a shooting attack.
Yeah,
you know, or
I like
a
that.
close combat thing. But you know, I'm not against the psychic phase. It's obviously it's more interesting now, but sometimes it just can go on for so long. And I'm thinking that this whole new Tzeentch thing is they put a Thousand Suns book out, like we're pretty sure they're going to.
Right.
That army itself is probably going to have like a 15 to 20 minute psychic phase each turn.
Well, and what it's making me think about is, you know, is there going to be a big storyline progression, right? I mean, is 8th Ed going to be, you know, a couple Primarchs come back, maybe, you know, the rumor mill is what? Gilliman and the Wolf. Help me out here.
Russ?
Russ, thank you very much. Keep away from drugs. Yeah, so I mean, like that'd be great, right? I mean, everybody wants to play him anyway. They've seen it succeed in 30K. Why would you not want to, you know, transfer that over and also make, you know, it's probably gonna be $200. Let's be honest, it's not gonna be a cheap model.
No, I sincerely doubt it's going to be a cheap model. Like when they pulled it out of the bin in that Warhammer TV clip, the thing is, you know, massive, right?
Yeah.
What do you think would be cool for the Thousand Suns book? Like, do you think it's going to be similar to Demonkin, or do you think it's going to be a heavier focus on the power armor?
I mean, I don't know, like, well, because what was their thing, right? They're so unpurposeful. Which,
Yeah, well, Thousand Suns were their cult troops
Right.
forever, and they're really wicked models. Like, I'm frankly really happy that they're bringing back those ones, because I always thought that they were great, but no one played them enough.
because they
played the
kind
demons,
of suck, though, right? I mean, like,
Well, yeah, like they have AP3 bolters, I think, currently. Like, their stats
Ooh.
have changed over the years, but
yeah.
that's not. And they used to have 2 wounds. I don't know if they still do. Scott,
Yo,
do Thousand Suns still have 2 wounds?
no,
Okay, that was a thing at one point, I'm pretty sure.
it
But,
was.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah, it's just AP3 shots now, right?
I think they have an invul save.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's
Okay.
not terrible, but I mean, you got to put them in a transport to get anything done, though, right? Which I mean, you're probably putting a Space Marine in a transport of some kind anyway, right? I mean,
And then, you know what, like, especially in today's sort of game, you know, those guys realistically, slow and purposeful, only shooting and rapid firing, you're probably going to get assaulted immediately by something, and
Right.
then what are you going to do? You're going to have your invul save, but that's it.
like that's
You
what
usually have a sorcerer in there, which isn't bad.
I'd like to see them maybe be able to teleport around.
Yeah,
And that would be a
yeah.
solution to that, right? I mean, it makes sense. It's fluffy, right?
I'd like to see like a Tzeentch predator that shoots like a psychic charge instead
Shoots
of
brains at you.
Yeah,
a
like
brain
maybe-
catapult.
a decently pointed thing that would bring the predator out of obscurity. Then it would shoot, you know, like a railgun shot or
Man.
something, but it's a psychic power. I don't know. I think it would be sweet.
You know what I want? I want them to have a special rule called "It's just a flesh wound." And as their armor gets chipped away, you know, maybe they're just down to like one leg. You can magnetize little pseudo armor. It's just a head. Again,
I'll take it.
costs 5 points. It's hilarious,
I'll take it for 5 points.
right?
And then I guess rounding out the end of that Warhammer TV clip that we watched was after the final graphic comes up, they have the guy sitting in that bin still, and he says, "Ooh, Plastic Sisters of Battle Sprue, this isn't supposed to be out for months." That's huge news, because the whole Sisters of Battle as like a viable, purchasable army has been debated for years and years and years.
Everybody wants it, right? I mean, that's the thing. Like, GW is not stupid, right?
And
I
computer
mean,
models have been around since Third Ed. Like, I remember buying a Canonist, thinking I might start a Sisters army, maybe in 2003 or 4, like a long time ago.
didn't work out.
No, it didn't. Actually, I lost her sword hand immediately, so she just had a bolter. And I was like, you know what? After this, I'm not.
Dan's not a feminist, guys. I think that's what that boils down
Oh
to.
no, let's not. That's not.
Yeah?
No.
Shots fired. You want to call me racist?
Sure.
You hate women.
Now you just called yourself racist.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You know what Rory hates too? Freedom.
Oh, I hate me some freedom.
Rory is also a coward who
Better
hates
not.
freedom.
Yeah, you're a coward.
I'm not a
You're
coward. I may stare at people's children when they're being loud at the store, but I am not a coward.
That sentence could have gone real wrong real fast. I was cut to break. We're done.
Just to intimidate them, you know?
I mean, I think the sisters are going to be cool. But I like it and I hate it, right? Every new thing that comes out from GW is always better than the last thing, right? I mean, it's if you want to be, competitive, either you buy Eldar or you buy something new, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. They got a business model, right? So, I mean, I'm betting they're going to be good, is what I'm saying,
with
right?
Genestealer Cult coming out, and actually that's why Kyle's here tonight, is to talk about Genestealer Cult.
You're damn right.
But look at how popular that re-release was. If they did that with Sisters, understandably, they'd probably have a really good response. You know, people are thirsting for new stuff in this hobby.
Squats?
Yeah, like squads,
Squads.
yeah. And actually,
We got a thing.
we got a thing that we're gonna do. We were gonna do it last week, but we had some technical difficulties, so we're gonna throw it up tonight. It's we're gonna hopefully make this into a weekly thing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's our top 10 countdown.
That's our idea.
Right?
No one has ever
Yeah.
done the top 10 countdown. This is, I thought about it in the bathtub.
Especially no
Yeah,
one
I take
named
baths.
Shave Betterman,
I don't get it.
or no one with that similar sounding name.
Shave Betterman.
Yeah, with the Delight Grow with Shave Betterman. Okay, let's do the top 10.
All right, top
Okay,
10.
Our top 10 is why should we bring back squads?
Why you gonna bring them back?
We got some great reasons. We got number 1.
Laz bagpipes.
You're damn right.
You're goddamn right.
You better believe that these guys are gonna have Laz bagpipes.
They're gonna be piping all over the place.
It's gonna be piping hot.
Imagine this scenario: you got your nice new flyer coming in. Conveniently, the bagpipe Laz is pointed directly up. It should get Skyfire. That's their Skyfire weapon. Boom, Laz bagpipe.
All right, number 2 is new beards in town.
Nuevos Beardos.
Yeah, we got some new beards in town, which is exciting.
We are very happy about new beards.
So
Space
far
Wolves
we just had
dominated.
Space Wolves.
That's
Yeah.
garbage. Hey, we got our guest in here. What do we got?
Number 3.
Shut up, Randy Newman. Short
Yeah.
people do have a reason to live.
We just want to shut Randy Newman right
We're
up.
tired of him.
Tired of him. Number 4. Danny DeVito themed army.
How amazing is that?
That would probably,
I don't think
do well in Hollywood.
We require no elaboration on why that is a great one there.
Yeah.
What else we got? Number
Number
5. Would like to see a Dwarf Knight.
I think that would be very interesting. It'd be a little bit shorter than the other knights, but equally as powerful, if not more, and probably steam powered.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dan loves steampunk also, by the way. I don't know if you know that. You should
that
ask,
is not
should
something
ask
I
him
love.
about it sometime. But that's a decreased line of sight profile.
Believe me, it's impossible for anyone now to be a Zeppelin captain. Anyway. Number 6.
Number 6.
We need more positive alcoholic role models.
I think that's a very true statement.
Yeah.
I
all
enjoy
you ever
it.
hear is the dangers.
Yeah, I enjoy a beer or 9.
Yeah.
There's
How about
nothing-
guys that get so drunk they go to war all the time?
Yeah, just take your bike home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not a bad
buy a
idea.
bicycle.
Number 7.
Zeppelins?
Yeah. Would they have
Zeppelins?
Zeppelins? Would that be like their Rhino?
I think they'd have to have Zeppelins.
They'd have
I
to have
think they
Kyle.
will.
Yeah, Kyle is chiming in here, and he
I think
thinks that they would have to.
That would be a very important part of that army.
All right, what else we got?
Number 8. Tiny vehicles.
Like a clown car of death and justice in the grim dark.
That's correct.
Hey?
Full of miners.
Yeah.
Heyo.
Little bearded miners.
Keep Bill Clinton away from that car.
Oh.
Boom!
Yeah, we're
Slam dunk right there.
Political
Okay.
now in the wrong country.
Number 9. Rory, this is you.
Needs more blacksmiths in 40K.
That's right.
You know, it's a really beautiful artisan craft that I would like to see happen more often in the Grimdark, and I think it fits right in.
You know what? Chaos says the warpsmith, he's a coward compared to a dwarf blacksmith.
I beg to differ, but I mean,
Nope, you're wrong.
All right, cool. Number 10,
to remove them as an army once again.
That's right.
Yeah, we're going to have to get rid of that squat book. Sorry.
Bring them back.
People aren't buying the models.
Ship them out.
Get them the hell out of here.
Top 10. I felt pretty good about that.
That's the top 10.
Also,
Yeah.
Next week, we will do another top 10. Maybe we'll even ask Kyle what kind of top 10 he'd like to see next week. Yeah.
That's right.
Hand the keys over to...
that's dangerous.
to Kyle. So, Kyle, you've brought with you...
I have my Genestealers today, so...
Look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
All right, do we have a piece of paper we can put
Yeah,
behind these?
we're going to print up the paper comments.
Last
First,
have a look at that book.
Beautiful little book.
That is a very nice looking little book right there.
Rory,
All right,
how
hey,
come
let's
you
see if
are
this
so
works.
racist all the time?
All right, we
man.
have... Nope.
Okay, we got paper right here,
We got
folks.
paper?
All right.
We got paper.
So we have... Oh, look at this guy. The patriarch.
Okay, here. I'll hold the paper.
You got
for
the paper? Perfect.
Okay, look at this.
All right.
We got a system.
There you
This
go.
is the first Genestealer to land on a planet and give someone that special kiss. They infect him, and he starts changing to this bad boy.
Probably make another Donald Trump joke in there, but I'm not going to.
Whoa, low-hanging fruit.
Oh, man, yeah.
What else we got?
We got the Primus. This
Primus.
boy is their war leader.
Prime time.
He emerges once they're looking a little more human, can fit in a little better, lead the forces in the uprising.
To their ultimate unknowing demise, which is kind of what I like about this army. They're pretty much screwed no matter what
Straight
happens.
to it.
Yep.
And finally, we have the Magus.
The
This
mages.
is the most psychic that appears of all their psychics.
Good. What level of psyker does he come in?
Starts as a 1, goes up to a 2.
All right.
Yeah, no, they've got very basic for the psyker levels.
They're cheap though, right? Like that's the
Super
whole thing.
cheap, like
Okay.
65 points for a level 2.
That's
I'm okay with that.
That's not a bad
I'm
price.
okay with that.
That is better than Chaos is getting.
They got some really funky powers to mess around with.
Cool.
You know, some manipulation of your stats, a little increase of their stats, a little bit of summoning in there, my personal favorite.
Yeah, like because I know now. I just realized that they can't see the models sitting in your lap, so it just looks like I'm staring at your crotch. Crotchal region. They got a bunch of weird tables, or they have a weird table.
They have the Cult Ambush table.
Cult ambush table.
Beautiful, beautiful table.
How's that work?
Well, you roll a dice d6. Any unit that can infiltrate, they do this instead of infiltrating during the deployment.
Okay.
So a 1 is you're just walking down on your table edge. That's the crap one. 2 is outflanking, and then 3 to 6 is where it gets interesting. Everything from deploying within 9 inches of enemy units to deploying with 3 inches and being able to charge that turn.
That's not bad.
That's the nasty one. That's the really nasty one.
So I mean, with that kind of, that's your nasty one, right? So
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're pretty good in close combat then.
They are very good in close combat.
Okay.
The Genestealers themselves have a boost over the ones in the Tyranid book. They have 3 attacks base instead of just the 1. They have a 5 up invul,
That's really helpful.
That's not
making it
bad.
really nasty. There's a couple ways for them to
Are they
access
more
assault grenades.
points?
No.
Oh,
They're
okay.
identical. They're still 14 points model.
Do you think they're going to FAQ the Tyranid ones?
Maybe. I would like to see them do that because the extra attacks at very least would be good. I could see them keeping the invul unique to the Genestealer Cult, the pure string Genestealers. But that it's provided a lot of survivability.
Right.
A lot more survivability. Marin can testify to the 5-ups that I made yesterday.
Yeah, you were crushing them.
Oh, 5-ups like crazy.
I would like you to help me at the tournament because I can't make them the
Yeah,
same.
Rory's
way.
got an invul.
Yep.
The,
Sorry, I've got some demons that need 5-ups. Can't share
Freaking
any
a
of
ringer.
that.
I want a
Yeah.
dice ringer.
Yeah.
Or just some loaded dice. Maybe I'll just cheat.
You gotta borrow my Zinch dice, that's it.
Yeah, you got some loaded dice.
Oh,
you heard
man.
it here. You're
Oh,
losing
man.
to Kyle. You better
Straight
check
from
them.
GW.
You check. Yeah. GW's pay to win.
How have you found the games you've been playing with them so far?
Very fun games, very interesting. Couple times I've gotten lucky. There's one Warlord trait where you get to select your Cult Ambush result.
Okay.
So Warlord and his unit get to basically come up within the 3 inches, do their thing. With the Genestealers, that makes a very nasty unit, charging in, wiping out almost anything. Went in a little 900-point game against some Marines. Took out in the first charge Rhino and Devastator Squad. They popped it.
Oh, wow.
That's what I was going to ask you. What's their armor dealing with capability?
5-up armor across the board, pretty much. Most
Right.
of their models are toughness 3, so we're looking at guard stat lines for the most part.
That's not bad.
But they start getting a little better when you stack the weapon skills. You get the different kind of things, like the rending claws on the basic guys.
That's not a terrible
extra
thing,
attacks. Yeah.
And they can take Lehman Russes too, right?
They can take most of the basic Lehman Russes. They cannot
Yeah.
take the plasma variant, the Demolisher,
Right.
or the Punisher.
Okay.
Oh no, no Gatling
So-
gun.
No Gatling gun.
What's
yeah.
their heavy support like?
Very mild. It's the
Okay.
It's basically
That's
the
it.
one
Just
lemon
the-
rust.
that's
Yeah.
it, okay.
They do also have the Rock Grinder Goliath, which is basically their mining vehicle.
Right.
Nice beauty about this is it's got a dozer blade built in, but if you ram someone with it, it adds D6 strength.
Oh, sweet.
So it's an armor 12 tank, and you get to add D6.
What kind of weapons
right
does
off
it have?
there? It's got a mining laser, which is like a 24-inch las cannon. Not bad. You can switch up to a seismic cannon, which 0 to 12 inches, it's strength 8 AP 3 shots.
Okay.
And then 12 to 24, strength 5 AP 4. So it goes from, heavy marine killer to
Right.
heavy bolter.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sweet. So strategy wise, like what kind of army is this? Is it an assaulty army? Is this?
It's more of an assaulty army I found
Okay.
so far.
I like that.
Yeah, you've got some shooting. You definitely can build it towards a shooty army. But you're going to get the most bang for your buck going the assault.
Assaulty.
What's the
Okay.
stat line on the big guy like?
He's really beefy. Toughness 5, strength 6. So these claws are strength 6, rending, shred.
Okay.
So pretty nasty.
But he's not a monstrous creature though, right?
Nope.
Oh, interesting.
3 wounds. He's got initiative 7. He's got weapon skill 7. So both of those right there are really helping you out. You're
Right.
getting ahead of most Eldar. You're getting ahead of most Marines.
Mm-hmm.
And he will tear you apart if you get in close combat with him. But he's only got a 4-up armor save and no invul.
Okay. Can that get
Okay.
buffed out in some way though? I mean, I feel like these are the kind of guys that are going to give him.
He does have access to biomancy, so you got
Okay.
potential for the feel no pain. You got potential for the iron arm, plus 3 strength and toughness. That's a big one right there.
Rub your chins with the potential here, gentlemen. This is getting interesting.
Now, what makes them really fun is
I
when
like how
you get.
you got it back on track there. Our guest is like, no, we're talking about.
Oh
fun.
man, I'm just so hyped about this.
No, hey, I'm happy you did it. I've been
Yeah.
terrible for this show.
The most terrible thing.
That's right.
So, the Decurion. Once you get to that point size, you're playing with some really fun things. The advantages there is that anything can infiltrate. Every unit has
Everything.
infiltrate. If it already has the infiltrate special rule, it has shrouded turn 1. So, it gives you a little more defensive. Things like the pinion, Devon's pinion, will
Right.
shred you. That's ignores cover as your bane. But you also get they've got a rule called Return to the Shadows.
Okay.
Basically, you can go back to ongoing reserves if there's no enemy within 6 inches of you. You're not engaged in combat.
And you can do that from anywhere on the table.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
Exactly. Then you go into ongoing reserves. You redeploy with your cult ambush. So again, you're rolling to see where you end up.
Right.
The nice thing is with the Decurion, you go into the ongoing reserve. You come back with D6 models that you've lost from the unit.
That was the other thing. They kind of have that it's similar to that new chaos formation.
Yeah.
With the cultists I was talking about last week, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, you kind of.
It's that recycling your models to make up for that fragility that they have. Because when you have the majority of T3, you're not getting
Right.
You're not getting a lot.
So you're putting like a 20-man squad down, or maybe not that big, but
Yeah.
you're putting a lot of guys down. You're getting a D6, and you're getting that many back.
Exactly.
Right, okay.
Exactly. So if you're not completely killing the squads and they get a chance to vanish on you, they're coming back with guys.
They're coming
So
back.
is that what you're running for that tournament list you were talking about? The one where you're playing with 130?
I do have an 1850 list, and yeah, that's what I'm doing there. The Brood Cycle is the core of it, and then the Subterranean Uprising, which is neat because each of the units in the Uprising get to roll 2 dice on the ambush table.
Oh, okay.
If you
Some
include
bonus
the
buffs.
Primus, you get 3 dice. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it makes it a little more reliable.
They're like
Right.
the sand people. They scare easily, but they'll be back in great.
They'll be back in greater numbers.
Just like the
yeah.
movie, they're stuck in a loop.
yeah.
See, I said I wasn't going to talk about your stupid Star Wars socks.
Hey,
Now
there
I'm
we go.
making Star
Perfect
Wars
time.
reference.
Check this out, you
Oh,
cowards.
ladies, gentlemen.
Oh, yeah. Man,
You like feet that smell bad? Because there you go.
what are these?
Smell-o-vision coming to the next episode.
You can
It's
tell
just
how
the
it's
word
massive
should
this
be.
is.
I like how it's like. Look at how worn out your heel is, dude. Lift it up higher. Lift it up higher.
Oh, God.
That's also the second
Look at the
time.
impact.
That is rough.
It's like showing socks on this show is our thing.
Oh, that one too. God.
Oh man.
See, he does something.
Well,
I
that's
didn't embarrass himself. Good.
I'll never wear these again.
But I do enjoy the Genestealer Cult lore also, right? Because I
Yes.
mean, they're waiting, they're infecting the populace, waiting for their supposed salvation.
Yeah.
And then the horde or the swarm shows up, and they all just get eaten.
And they can be in there for a couple hundred years. They can be hidden
Oh, okay.
before they pop out, before they get that opportune time
Right.
that they have enough numbers and they've infiltrated the key positions. Even back when the Death Watch Overkill box came out, they released a book with it. In that story, they talk about them corrupting an Inquisitor.
Ooh.
So even at that level, they're talking about being able to get the corruption through.
I mean, but here's the thing, though, right? Like, it's not like they just look like regular dudes or dudes.
Not at first,
right? But I mean, like, eventually, it's like, okay, listen, Steve's been acting weird.
Yeah,
He looks like a total freak.
Yeah.
Did he always have mandibles? I can't remember. Did
With
he
those
always?
ridges there.
Yeah, did he always
Yeah.
have spikes come out of your
Looks like
face?
the
Yeah.
Zool painting from Ghostbusters
Looks-
2.
Can't quite put my finger on it.
His big ass forehead.
All right, everyone looks like a freak now. Things are happening.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Cool.
Scott has informed us that the Prime Minister is doing just fine right now.
No bad news to report about Mr. Trudeau.
This is the
Stunting
everything
like
is
a champ.
okay alarm. He's just stunned like a champ,
Yep.
yeah.
Cool.
Just wearing clothes, I imagine.
Great.
I hope so.
Yeah, not all the time, though.
We got entertainment value.
All right, well, you know what, Kyle? Thank you for bringing by these models.
Hey,
and
no worries.
For having this wonderful discussion with us. Can we show them that book again?
Absolutely. Let's
Show
get
the
that
cover there.
cover up.
This is for everyone out there who, you know,
If you haven't noticed
I don't
by
know.
now, this is the show strategy. Dan and I don't really know anything about the game. We just have other people who know lots of stuff about it on. And they'll talk about it and we'll bother them.
yeah.
Oh,
You're
bother
GD right. You're GD right, man. Well, Kyle, we'll definitely have you back in the future. You're definitely a very knowledgeable man. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you for
Yeah.
squeezing into the love couch.
Oh man, any day.
I'm super sweaty on your side. I'm sorry about that. There's
That's okay. It
nothing I
happens.
can do about it.
All right. Okay, well, we'll be right back after
back.
a very short break.
Don't go anywhere, you cowards.
Yeah. You're live.
Woo!
Oh dear.
We're back.
We're back here on the Dusty Auspex.
We're back.
Man, it's getting dusty up in here. I gotta just quickly dust my shoulders off. Huh?
I'm blowing the dust.
Get that dust off your Auspex.
Get it off.
A little bit of J's. Huh?
Dan, you know what one of my favorite things about 40K is?
Beyonce.
Beyonce. No, normally that would be my answer, but not today.
Sure.
My favorite thing, I think everyone who knows me knows what I'm talking about.
Nope.
No? Alright.
Just say it all. God's sake.
I like OOP stuff. I like the
yes.
out-of-print stuff. I like the stuff from the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah,
I like the Road
ones
Trader
where,
stuff.
They're cutting their teeth. Look like they were sculpted
I
weird.
like it when they look bad.
Yeah. I like a chaplain who looks like his power fist is made out of a knuckle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it when they look weird. I don't know, man. I even like the box art from that
Yeah.
era. I like the old stuff.
You know what? Not gonna deny, I really kind of have a soft spot for the old out of print stuff. Like my Blood Angels army, my librarian is a second edition librarian. I
Yep.
think that's the only real. I've got some third ed Death Company in there too for my very first army that I ever bought. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, that I started in third. That's when sculpts started getting to be really competent. We're talking about like pre-third usually.
Yeah, like I mean, like the pewter is questionable.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it.
I actually downloaded a really old catalog, like from the late 80s recently, that
Yeah.
had Space Marine bikes, which were jet bikes, but they were basically just like boogie boards that they sandwiched between their legs.
Yeah, man, like that stuff's funky looking. It would be like, I mean, it would be difficult to get though, right?
Yeah.
Like that was the hard part. You know, like Scott's old land speeder that's like, I don't know, it's like that
Yeah.
big. It's weird looking, the old ugly.
Every
guys.
once in a while, you see something in the box that's that old
Yeah.
show up, like the Rogue Trader era stuff, and
Yeah.
it goes for quite a pretty penny now because it's so rare.
Well,
And
I-
it's understandable.
I like that part of it too, right? You see a weird hobby shop you never seen before, and you see, you know, like hey, they got some miniatures. Maybe they got like a box in the corner that has random crap in it, and you dig through it for like 45 minutes, and then you find some gold, right?
yeah.
Gold.
And back in the day, you and I searched through BitBox at a local gaming store, and I ended up pulling out like a first run Great Unclean one, the smaller one, not the big guy with the sword behind his head, but the one that's like
Boogie, boogie,
He's
boogie.
like-
He's like a lesser unclean one.
It's
It
like
did
that
not
guy
stop
at
you
the
from
beach
playing him though.
when they're like, keep your kid away from that guy. You
He's
know?
got erect nipples and lots of hair. Probably
Yeah.
psychic.
Probably.
Probably psychic.
Yeah, I used to play it still because I didn't want to spend. I think G-Dub had hiked the price up of a Nurgle Greater Demon to like $75, $80, and it used to be
At
$50.
the time,
and-
it's probably like $300 now.
Yeah, well, now, like, I decided to spend a little more and get the Forge World one.
Oh,
which
sorry.
Is quite nice.
Little special interruption here. We've got some swag. Oh, I gotta wear the.
Ooh, just floating on in.
We got some swag from one of our sponsors, Plains of War. Let us.
Boy, man, I feel pretty cool wearing these.
You know, I white shades on white skin.
You know what
It's a good
Rory's
look
got
for
on
me.
his face? White crime.
White? No, I don't.
Heyo!
I don't know why you're doing
I'll take
this
the
to me
black
this
ones,
episode, man.
thank
This
you.
is garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so urban.
Big
Look
old
at your
racist.
look at
See,
this.
you called me urban. Yeah, confirmed, folks.
I got distracted here. These are pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a Jets logo, but it's got an Eldar flyer in there instead. Hey, don't you wish that your face was hot fire like this one right now? I bet you do. You could probably get these. How does one go about getting these, Scott? Other than having them handed out by a disembodied hand.
Hey, Scott.
How do we
Hey, Scott, how do you get your hands on these sweet sunglasses?
how do we get these to the people?
Well, that came from Plains of War, so you're going to have to ask Fabio and Wes about that one.
Oh, I think they are in the chat right now.
I also understand that players will be receiving these at the tournament.
Okay, it looks like the mystery is unraveling here. Either way, you can get yourself some of these. There's potential for that. Play some 40K, make friends with cool people, get a job.
Fabio, we'd just like to apologize for pointing out the style of the logo.
It actually has no resemblance. I can't help but say stuff
It
I'm not
has
supposed
no
to.
resemblance to that particular thing. Absolutely not.
This looks nothing like what I said it looked like.
Yeah.
This is a measuring tape. They also are
Perfect for
giving out.
measuring all the things you need to measure.
If you got an argument with your buddy in a bathroom, this will solve that real quick.
You got an argument with a lady in your life.
And it's also metric and imperial.
I'm
so
having
it doesn't-
trouble getting mine back in.
It
but-
doesn't matter. They're great, man.
Not everyone is going to be like that. So
I like them. I like them because they fit in the
I think
palm
it's
of
a
your hand.
fantastic product,
I think.
and
I
I
think it's-
support it fully. Hey, Scott, you guys should get some branded matches.
Bratches.
Yeah. You,
Ow, man. All right.
oh, check this out.
Scott's irate.
So coming up next, and what definitely doesn't look like what Rory said it looked like earlier, is a beer cozy. Can we get a close-up of that, Rory? Thank you.
You can drink your beer and play your Warhammer.
Just know it doesn't look like that thing we said it might look like before.
Nothing like that at all. And it smells like a factory of some sort. I feel like hold on, maybe I can.
Let's try and guess where the factory is
I'm gonna rep
geographically.
all this stuff. Look at that. Hey,
I'm gonna
and
guess
it makes you
Taiwan.
sound like you're on old time
I'm
radio.
gonna guess Taiwan, but I have nothing that I'm going on. I'm just saying that.
They make a lot of stuff there.
Fabio,
Anyway,
can you confirm Taiwan in
Taiwan?
the chat, please?
Taiwan. Anyway,
We'll find out in 10 seconds.
these are. I'm gonna go on record. I don't like to swear on here a lot. But these are fucking great prizes, guys.
Oh my goodness.
I think that was a warranted swear. I'm gonna go on record as saying that was.
You know what, Rory? I think that's just proof to the degree of racism that flows out of your body all the time.
I'm gonna get fired from this job. I don't know. I'm gonna get fired from this. Anyway, though, but these are great. These are things you can pick up at tournaments. These are reasons you should go out and meet new people. Beer cozies and glasses and measuring tapes.
Local gaming group, Plains of War. They put on excellent tournaments. They
They
ran
did.
the 1850 ITC recently.
Boy, did they
One
ever
of the
run
few
it.
places you can get ITC points around the center of North America.
I got some of them.
Rory got a few.
I got some.
Yeah, he brought his crabs list.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I got some.
called-
I got some. You got
it's
some
called
crabs.
Rory's
I got
got
some some ITC. That's a great
Speaking
name.
of sponsors and people we respect, we have this wonderful mini here. Scott, this was sent to us by Raging Heroes, that's correct?
That's correct.
All right.
Wait. Plains War is saying wrong. What do we get wrong?
No, wrong.
What do we get wrong? You can't get them at a tournament?
We'll find out in 10
We're
seconds.
gonna figure it out. I'm
All right,
watch
so-
the Dusty Auspex for all your misinformation.
Just while we're finding out what is wrong, we've got from the Toughest Girls in Galaxy series this wonderful model, Raging Heroes. Oh, the glare. Let me tell you about glare. Okay, so this can be used as an assassin. Is that
Oh,
correct,
yeah.
Scott?
Yes.
Apparently, we were just wrong about them being made in Taiwan. I'm going to assume these were made right here in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
All right, yes. We're going to
100%.
say Fabio made those.
Yeah, Fabio and his mom made these.
They've got a wonderful sewing and foam creating operation at home.
So anyway, back to this model though.
Yeah, so actually
We'll get to that model,
we're gonna review this model from Raging Heroes next week. Rory's gonna paint it up with the airbrush, get some details on there, and then we're gonna take a look at it out of the packaging.
Because I don't already have enough to do.
Yeah,
I'm not busy.
yeah.
Do it for you guys.
We're
I'm
happy to do it.
Probably gonna do a little speed paint on it and maybe talk about how I did that. Hopefully, it doesn't look bad.
Yeah, a little bit of pea paint. You know what I'm talking about?
Peep pop.
We've got some prizes we're going to give away at the end of the show, so you guys make sure that you stick around for that.
Stick around and stay signed in is the important part. If you're just a guest, we're not going to give you nothing.
That's exactly it. So if you have a guest account right now, make sure you create and verify a Twitch account, and then you'll be entered to win the prizes that we have.
Maybe your hands are cold. I don't know.
Maybe you don't have hands and need a stylish way to go out.
Hey,
Check
I got them.
Stump cozies.
Stump. Rebranding these stump cozies.
Keep it cozy, especially if you don't have hands. You deserve to be comfortable.
Yep.
Okay, so
Anyway, though, but what I think we got sidetracked here when we got these awesome this awesome swag.
that's correct.
Because what we were talking about was my love for 80s and 90s nostalgia in the Warhammer.
That's correct. Yes.
There was a reason I brought that up, guys. I'm not just trying to wow you with my witty banter. That was a well orchestrated long con segue.
Yeah,
Right.
that was a slow roll and a
Like
half.
that's
man.
I don't know if you
And I
noticed.
knew what you were doing, but
Ye-
that was a good slow
I did it
roll.
so long you forgot, and I mean I don't know if you guys were here at the beginning of the show. I let that intro music go. Well, I didn't let it go. Our amazing producers let it go.
Yeah.
At my request, because they're awesome. They're awesome at what they do. But that being said, that slow roll was my idea, and this is my other idea, which I'm still slow rolling right now. By the way, interrupt me, Dan. Cut me off.
Goddamn slow.
Cut me off. What am I talking about?
Made to order.
Made to order. Made to order is great, man. I'm
Tell
really
us why you're so
about it.
excited, Rory.
You know why I'm really excited about it? Because there's all those guys who were sitting on eBay and they were sniping all these great deals, and I never got any OOP stuff, and it was valuable. They've eliminated. GW has essentially circumvented the OOP value of out-of-print models because you can now buy them. Not all of them. I mean, there's a select list available right now, but I mean, if you were waiting to try to find those really static old Corn Berserkers, I don't know if those are on the list or not.
Well,
I
the
might be
current
lying.
list right now is mostly, actually solely Imperial Guard models. Things like
Okay.
Mordians, Talons, Valhallans, some HQs and stuff. But it's just sort of the first release on the availability of these models.
Buy them.
What I would love to see is, like, back in the day, they used to have the Bits Order catalog, which was fantastic. You didn't have to go to all these third-party weirdos to just get, like, a blade for a Dark Eldar thing. Like, you could actually go to the store, open up the Bits catalog, write down all the serial numbers for the pieces you wanted, and then maybe in a week or two you get a baggie of all this crap that you wanted for your stuff. You don't have to go through, like, Bits Barn or whatever, and the correspondence problems that exist with some third-party retailers.
They don't sponsor us.
And the business model for those guys too. They're doing everyone a favor, so I'm not going to knock them for that. But the business model is tough for a consumer just because they have to accrue enough orders for specific parts to then go out and purchase those boxes and sell them, right? So it can take a while before you get your stuff. And there's, again, nothing wrong with that, but I'm just glad Games Workshop is trying to tackle this one. Why leave money on the table when it's sitting right there?
And it's not there. That's not like them to do, right? I mean, if there's there you go. Yeah, it's not like them to do, right? I mean, if there's a potential for them to make money, they should be making it, right?
I think so. And considering this new CEO having his game together, I think that it makes sense.
Praise be to the new CEO.
Yahweh.
Our beloved by all.
Give it up for God.
That's the second time you've done that.
We're going to call him the Emperor, actually.
For
Or the new CEO.
Please don't be offended that Dan said Yahweh. I said it now. Now you got me doing it.
Rory being racist again.
Oh,
all right, so
I don't know what racism is.
before we go, I think because we've only got about 10 minutes left, producer Scott, very talented gentleman, brought by some of these Eldar models he's been working on. And the theme you'll see is incredible. They're Eldar riding dinosaurs.
Exodites.
Yeah, that's what you call it, Scott? Exodites?
Nailed it.
That's not what he calls it. That's what they're called. Like, you don't know anything. This guy shouldn't. What did you know last
Yeah.
week?
I'm so unfamiliar with this army that I've only ever seen once in my life.
Yeah, because you can't read, right? You don't have the internet. Guy lives under a rock. Anyway, the Exodites, the Eldar who left prior to the Slaneshiness, and they ride dinosaurs for whatever reason, which is pretty great.
Keep talking,
Yeah,
Rory.
no, I just realized I was on the couch and you just kind of got up and left me. That's fine.
It's because I'm going to showcase these models competently, hopefully.
Yeah, well, you give that a shot. So
All
anyway,
right.
this is Scott's handmade, handcrafted green stuff work.
They're not all done yet.
They're not done yet, but I mean, this is we're gonna do this as a progress report kind of thing. We're gonna attempt to get a good shot of it here.
Back it up.
Oh, back it up. We're being told to back it up.
Can we get a...
Can we get a hell yeah? Anyway.
Almost.
Yeah, there we go. We were in focus for a second there. Either way, you're seeing an Eldar guy with a
Like he's
spear on a
riding.
dinosaur.
Farseer.
Farseer, thank you. Eldar guy. Now I'm doing it. Dan's stupidity has leaked onto me.
I'm a literate prick.
Yeah, thank you, Scott. That's probably the first time Scott and I have ever agreed on anything. Either way. Oh
God.
It's a carpeted floor, everyone. Don't panic. I actually heard Scott's butthole suck into a tightened position when that happened.
Rory, you're a disappointment.
Also the name of my team. So yeah, this is a really great example of what your imagination can do for you. Having a lot of money and time to spend on the hobby. I'm excited to show you those the progress on those. So I'm assuming next year we'll be able to show you some paint on them.
Yeah. In truth, we really should have photographs of these things beforehand, because wobbly hands and paper. The lighting's not perfect, all right? I'll admit.
Typical Dan. It's everyone's fault but yours. Stump cozies. Don't forget about it.
You want to talk about people blaming people? You should have heard Rory on the way here. He's like, man, this traffic. Oh man, I just wish this city was just white people.
What? No, never. I enjoy diversity as much as the next fella.
No, he doesn't. That's the problem.
Oh man, I'm really glad there's only 20 people who know that this happened. Right now, which is good.
That's the way you'd like to keep it, isn't it?
Oh my god. I'm gonna find something to tell people that you do.
Fine, next week, go for it.
This guy eats pubes.
That's how my hair got this way.
Munches them up. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah,
Why you gotta be? Yeah, don't
your work for you.
put me in positions like that. So yeah. Anyway, made to order. We got the Exodites.
That's right, yeah.
You know, we're jam packed with information here.
Maybe we should let the people know who's won those prizes.
Oh, that's a great thing. So, in the most fair way possible, due to random draw. I'm assuming, I don't know what happens behind the scenes here.
Yeah, we've got. Let's grab those. Can you lean up and grab those prizes?
Yeah, I sure can. So the first one is from Green Stuff Industries, and it's their cigarette roller, right?
That's right, the All-American Cigarette Roller
Yeah.
from Green Stuff Industries.
Smoking is cool.
Don't forget that,
Smoke up,
folks.
kids.
Hey, if you want a girl to just at least look at you once, this is the way to do it. Fantastic tool. In truth, this is not a cigarette roller. This is for making tentacles with green stuff. It's an excellent way to do it. If you're sick and tired of taking your green stuff and rolling it on your table, having it look like garbage, this is the way to go about it.
Yep.
And this went to our friend, the All-American Sid Sector.
Hey, Sid, my attorney buddy.
Okay, and we also have maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know, you want to pull it out of the box? It's really
This is the
cool.
box that came in. This is from Crown Lake Industries, producer of fine models that I enjoy very much. They are a wonderful sponsor. I have nothing but good things to say about them. Anyway, this is their Orc war bike looking deal. Now it's kind of
not a word. Here, grab the box. Basically, it's supposed to function like the tractor cannon.
okay.
Yeah, so it's really good. Actually, very usable model from the book, and it's an excellent piece of artillery, or you want to use it against things like flyers, you can also do that too, because it's like a tractor beam. So,
See, you're the Orc player, and I smoke cigarettes. We should have switched. We should have done different things.
I think this is a fantastic prize, and guess who won this? It is Devin!
this box of stuff. It's great.
AKA Rogers.
Even Rogers, yeah. So enjoy that. Start an orc army, I guess, or I don't know.
Sell it to me. Who knows? I'm
Sell
just kidding.
it, Dan.
I would love some of those, but I'll probably have to order them directly from Cromlech.
Which is a great idea and something that you should all do. Cromlech
Yeah,
Industries.
when you get home, check out their website.
Yep.
They actually have fantastic models. Like, this thing is really high quality.
Their orc stuff is fancy. I'll give them that. I mean, they.
Actually, and Devin, if you want to put some extra wires on that thing, maybe hook up with Sid and use the Green Stuff Industries tentacle roller to do that.
I really enjoy that. Things I say on air have to be corrected in the in the chat. I don't know what I'm doing.
What happened?
Oh, it's not a bike. I'm an idiot. It's an artillery piece.
Not to worry.
This Justin, the Prime Minister, is also fine still.
Yeah, so we've
So
got,
then
let's just quickly give a little recap of upcoming events. We're getting to the bottom of the show, so before we go, let's give a shout out to the gaming nights at Reset, which are sponsored by Plains of War and Twin Eagles. Is that correct? Or just Plains of War?
Just Plains of War.
Just Plains of
these
War.
guys.
So if you head down to Reset on Pembina Highway on the first Tuesday of every month, it's the 40K night, and they just have open gaming. Usually it fills up really quickly. Like, this is a popular event. There's usually wings on special, very kind serving staff. I'm a big fan. I've been a few times and had lots of fun. Beer there is also super reasonable. Oddly enough, I ordered 2 pints and I'm thinking they're going to walk over and beat me with a lead pipe, and they were like, yeah, $10 and change, and I was kind of like, what?
Yeah, and you had 2 beers and puked in the parking lot all over your genitals, right?
I washed them off.
Right.
After.
It's gross.
I washed them off.
Wish I hadn't been there.
Anyway, and then the third Tuesday of every month is Games Workshop Open Gaming. So if you play Age of Sigmar, if you play 40K, we're talking Blood Bowl, we're talking Mordheim, we're talking what's the Necromunda?
Maybe Necromunda, if it gets a reboot, I would be very excited.
That'd be very
about
cool.
that.
Blood Bowl got that new website.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm liking this this special games division or whatever it's called, where they're bringing back the old stuff. So that's good.
It's where they send all the weird staff.
Yeah, the weird guys in the basement,
And then
unventilated room.
finally, we talked about it a bunch, but it is coming up this month. Twin Eagles 2v2 tournament at Comic-Con.
Very excited. I'm chopping my own hand with excitement.
Yeah, and you know what? We're actually going to have some really cool content surrounding that event, so we'll be writing a bit about it, like our experiences there. We're also going to talk to people that pull out good scores at the tournament. We might even film a little piece just walking around and looking at people's armies, talking to some folks. So that's all potentially to come from that event. But
Might be a lot of that, might be none of that. You never know.
Yeah, so...
Don't
You know,
hope for a lot, but we're gonna try.
if you're like Martin and you're sitting at home going, oh boy, I hope they make that video, maybe just relax a little bit.
And for those of us in Winnipeg, there's a deal going on right now. If you spend money at GW, you can get some raffle tickets.
And also Max.
Oh yeah, GW and Max Collectibles, right? Cool.
That's correct, yeah. So if you spend, for every $100 worth of product you buy, you receive tickets for the raffles at Twin Eagles tournament, which is a really wicked deal. Lots of people are taking advantage of it, so very happy.
Oh, also at Reset on the 18th is the Kill Team event.
Yeah,
right?
actually, Scott, how does that...
Is that the War Pigs one, Scott? Yeah, okay, that's the War Pigs
give us a
event.
couple details about that,
You're gonna be playing Kill Team.
Scott?
Yeah,
Just
go to the website.
Yeah, so check out the Plains of War website,
We don't know. Go to the website though.
and you'll find some details on there about that event. So, I think we're probably at the end of the show. Rory and I have now a fantastic sign-off.
Yeah, no, wait. We gotta do some sponsorship stuff first, right?
Oh, that's correct,
We gotta
yeah.
list all of our sponsors.
Let's
These are the
quickly
people
do
who
Make this thing possible.
Yeah, and you gotta do it this time because I'm not allowed to anymore.
Where did they send the list to?
I was told that I was not allowed because I said very awful things about people who care a lot about us.
All right, I'm gonna get my face close here for the sponsor list so that everyone can hear the sponsors and see this beautiful face that threw up in the parking lot of Reset.
Why are you so pink, man? Who made you that way?
Ukrainian Catholic by trade.
Okay.
Okay, so big thanks to Games Workshop, Max Collectibles, I Want That Stuff, located in Brandon. Planes of War, Green Stuff Industries, Cromlech, Spellcrow, Legions for Hire, Fahrenheit Airbrushing, Secret Weapon Miniatures, 3 points, Massage Therapy, and you know what? We should give a special shout out to the massage therapists because they will actually be at Twin Eagles rubbing up on your bodies if you've entered the tournament.
Get touched by a stranger.
That's right. Sometimes that's all it takes, you know?
Shoulders hurt. Touch him.
Sometimes you're sitting there going, should I buy a new car or should I just end it all?
Like a cat.
Maybe I'll just go and get a massage instead.
Like a cat.
And another day goes on.
Is that it?
I think so.
Well,
So,
I look forward to this all week.
until next time.
I hope it didn't disappoint you.
Until next time,
If you're not
having fun,
you're
you're
cheating.